Silomet has got a large number of Russian population, 86%, due to a massive moving of Russian people in the years of the Soviet Union. The citizenship in Estonia is not related to you solely, so if you're born in the country, you have an exam of Estonian language and constitution to pass to grab it. For this reason, a lot of people born here with Russian-speaking family find difficult to learn Estonian language and to grab Estonian citizenship. That means, if you do not have the Estonian citizenship, that you cannot vote for political election, but only for the local ones. So we collected some interviews from the local inhabitants about the integration between Russians and Estonians in everyday living, as well as the matter of having the double citizenship and participating in political life.
About the differences.
About the life here.
My life here. Well, I like it much better than there because with all the drawbacks of the Russian population, Russian-speaking population, they have the Estonian government here. The principles of government are definitely a European style, much more European style than the Soviet style. The other advantage, well, you know, the sense of freedom, the sense of security is much more emphasized here. You feel it here. You feel secure here, even if the population is poor.
So
that's what they share with the Russian population.
Okay, so you prefer Estonia to Russia?
I see a lot of advantages to Estonia. That's why I am here.
In theme of discrimination, it seems that there is no discrimination, but going deep with the questions, we found out that to have a job is necessary to speak Estonian, and also there is salary differences.
Well, we don't have official discrimination, so to say, here, because we are all equal, all people who live in Estonia, but still it can exist, and it also connected with language. If you can't speak Estonian language, so maybe you can't find a good job. And your opportunities in this life are much narrower than people who can speak both languages.
His daughter, who managed to study the language and had the capacity and the will to study it, has managed to do so. She has successfully finished the arts academy, and now she knows more than 3 languages, that is Russian, Estonian and English. Of course, she has a very bright future, and obviously she will not have any problems and will be quite successful in her life.
About nationality, the answer are in both sides. Most of them would like the Estonian nationality for an opportunity to be European.
Great, because I have Estonian citizenship and I would love to have Russian citizenship.
The most obvious problem for the society here is for the youngsters. It has to do with the educational reforms which are going to be held in the future. That literally means that most of the schools and the kindergartens and all of the educational spheres will be transferred to Estonian language as the government language and the main language on which will people study.
Silomet started being a dynamic community a long time ago. After the factory was developed, its employees initiated football championships and played among themselves. They built the first sports facilities with limited funds and with their own hands. They realized that in order to be professional, they should have a good physical condition, a well-done training, and a sports center with stadium, running fields, and equipments. Since the city is close to the sea and has a nearby river, they built a swimming pool during the 60s, and since then, sports became very popular among the citizens. However, football was, and still, is the most important sport in Silomet.
Our team is very hardworking. Beginning with year 2006, we have progressed with very big steps from the second league to the first league. We also won the second place in Estonian Championship in the year 2009. And on the basis of good results in football, our team became multinational. There are sportsmen originally from Africa, Japan, Estonia, Ukraine, Russia, and Lithuania. We also train children of 6 to 10 years. They are involved in sports like football, easy athletics, basketball, gymnastics, and swimming. All in all, our community is interesting, quiet, calm, and the most important, sporty.
The Silemay Sports Complex, called Kalev, is the largest in the region. The sports complex has two halls, one with 850 seats and the other with 250 seats, a track and field athletics arena, a pool with lanes in length of 25 meters, and a stadium with 2 football fields. Nowadays, more than 1,000 of locals come here for sports. Over the last year, sportsmen from Silemay have achieved good results in swimming, athletics, skiing, and football.
Меня зовут Александр Козинец.
I am into the sport since I was 6 years old. I have been swimming for 7 years and then I joined easy athletics. I have been doing easy athletics for 7 years. My first medal at an Estonian championship was well deserved. This happened when I was 17 years old, and I also won 3 medals at the same championship for 800 meter, 1500 meter, and 400 meter distance. I did not stop ever since. After that, I understood I have to go on, and I started to improve myself. All in all, I won 15 medals in these 7 years. I successfully attended the World Championship in France, and everybody was proud of me. I've been doing sports for a long time, and I'm about to finish my career. My future plans are to join the army because I already finished school. I think I will still do the running because running means a lot for me. This is a vital part of my life. I am willing to do running for all my life and other sports. I love doing sports in Silemay because I was born here. This is my hometown, the town where I started to do sports.
Всю жизнь я хочу провести спортом, бегом. Все.
Sports will always be a part of Silemay's lifestyle. This is why parents introduce sports to children at early ages. Besides the motivation of being healthy and disciplined, children get to socialize and learn about teamwork, and most important, they are having fun and some even become professionals. As the next generations of Silemay, children benefit from support of the authorities and have opportunities to improve themselves and bring contribution to their hometown.
Silemay was built in the 1940s during the Soviet period as a closed town. The city was home to the chemical and nuclear industry, especially uranium production. It was a part of the Soviet Union's military program, and the town was run by the military. All its inhabitants were ethnic Russians. The interesting fact is that Silemay did not even exist on maps and had no postal address. Some of the code names were Moscow 400 and Leningrad 1. The production of uranium in Silemay started in 1946, and it was extracted from black shale, which is widely available in Estonia. The mining has stopped by the 1950s, when supplies began to be imported from Germany and Czechoslovakia. The production was kept secret for decades. Silemay produced over 100,000 tons of uranium for almost 70,000 nuclear weapons. It was here that the uranium was refined for the Soviet Union's first nuclear bomb. Uranium production stopped in 1990. We were wondering what people from Silemay know about the factory.
Не знаю. потому что я это не связан на этом.
This name remembers the time when the town was closed. Citizens needed a stamp in their passports to enter the town. In that period, the factory produced radioactive fertilizers. When the economical situation was in decline, the Prime Minister of Estonia raised the factory up. This citizen came to Sillamäe in 1978. He has been working in this factory for 35 years. Today, the factory is focused on producing rare metals and is owned by American company Molycorp. If you were in Sillamäe since the birth of the factory, probably you can recognize this. In case of nuclear threatening, this shelter, actually called bunker, was the first place where people would hide. Nowadays, these buildings are simply forgotten and left unneeded. But despite this, they still witness something architectural structure. The bunkers were located strategically to access the seaside and both stay in the city limit. Sillamäe is washed by the Baltic Sea. During the summer, the temperature of the water is mild, whereas during the rest of the year, only the bravest can manage to take a swim. Sea fishing plays an important role for people from Sillamäe. The landscape of this country is characterized by wide plains, tiny hills and pine forests. 30 minutes away from the city, there is the waterfall of Valaste, which offers a great show in spring when the water is full. It attracts tourists. The locals enjoy going there and barbecuing and staying in the nature. In the heart of the city, there is the local product bazaar, where farmers bring and sell their products. Wild cranberries, mushrooms and blackberries are sold along with honey and homemade cheese. Garden vegetables and fruits are displayed on the market stall, creating a colorful and healthy table.
Прости, прощай, Одесса, мама.